Hey everybody, welcome back to Cooking with Calvin. Today we are entering the exciting world of fried rice. So this is something that you can put a million different variations, tons of vegetables, tons of fresh proteins into it, a lot of fresh herbs. And the beauty of it is that we can make this out of leftovers as well. So over here, what I like to put into mine is fresh ginger. We're going with sweet potatoes. That is scallions. Then we have diced white onions, sliced garlic, sweet corn. Got some steak over here cut up, and then 2 eggs. So, the name of the game today is fast-paced, high heat. I just happen to have a wok. You can do this in a regular pan if you have. Cast iron works as well. But name of the game, high heat, very, very fast paced. So this is something that we want, before we even start to turn the heat on, do anything, everything should be ready. Because we don't have time to step away if we need something. We have to stay right here. So, that being said, let's start to get our wok heating up. Now in the wok, I have corn oil in it. Traditionally, you'd use toasted sesame oil. I like to keep the toasted sesame oil in the sauce that's going to go right on top. So corn oil also has a very good flash point, which means you can get a very good heat from it without smoking or burning anything. So now we have that heating up. Another thing you're going to want to get ahead of, even if you want to do this the night before, is cook your rice. So if we have a nice cold rice to put in, we're actually going to get a better product than if we were using fresh rice that we just cooked and it's still steaming hot. So cook your rice ahead of time. All right, so a good test to see if your oil is hot enough is drop your first ingredient in. And if you could see, that's going well. So we want to start with the thing that's going to take the most time to cook. Now these are raw sweet potatoes. If we wanted to steam them ahead of time and then cut them up, that would be fine. But I want the extra added starch that's going to come from the potatoes. Now you wouldn't lose all of that starch when you steam it off, but you would lose a significant amount. So now you have the sweet potatoes going. Now again, you got high heat going, everything should be going fast. This is going to be the thing that takes the longest amount of time right now. So what we're looking for here is a little bit of color. You can see the color starting to come through. You press down on one and see if it's a little bit soft. Now we don't need these all the way cooked through. We're just looking for our next step, which is now we want to add all our onions, all of our garlic. Now we want to get our fresh ginger ground right into it. If you want, you can ground this up ahead of time. Now you're just getting a little bit of the ginger flavor into here. Our sauce that's going to go right on top also has some fresh ginger into it. Now with your left hand, you're going to want to grab the handle. And then this one is going back and forth while you're spinning this hand. This way way you can more efficiently move your pan, get everything cooking. Plus, I think it looks pretty cool. Now again, we're on high heat. We're not looking for a lot of color to come through the onions and the garlic. We just want them kind of translucent. So once we see that starting to happen. So our last two things that we want to put into here are our scallions and our corn. Just because the corn is small kernels, that makes it a little bit more delicate. You don't have to do too much to it. And scallion is a very, very delicate type of vegetable herb. It'll get lost in translation, it will get mushy. So it's best to do that as far towards the end as you possibly can. Okay, so we're starting to see now, onions are becoming translucent. To really start to smell everything coming together now. So now is when, let's add that corn to that. Now let's kind of bring this mixture up to the side. What you're doing is you're creating a space where all those vegetables are going to continue to cook now. You can use the pan for more than one thing. You have all that oil collecting right down at the bottom. And that's where we want to put all of our steak into. Get the steak in there. And a little bit of salt on the steak. Now don't go crazy with the salt because our mixture for the sauce has soy sauce in it. And soy sauce tends to be, more on the saltier side. So we don't want to do all this work and then come down to the end of it and everything is too salty to eat. All right. Now we got one of those sides. Now the and now if you like your steak cooked a little bit longer, you want it more medium, I like it rare, then just let it cook there a little bit longer. Now, our next task is get these scrambled eggs into there. So we can, first thing when we get the pan on, we can scramble the eggs nice and loose, take them, put them onto a plate, cook everything, and then re-drop them in. But the way that I like to do it is take the eggs, just have them in a dish, and then we're letting this oil down at the end get really, really hot. So once you push everything up, just give it like a minute, minute and a half. And then we're going to drop the eggs right into there. Now this is where speed comes into play. I'm going to break those yolks. Just really start working it around, getting it. Now basically, once those have been cooked in, get your rice into there. Get our sauce working with it. Okay, just break up any clumps of rice that you have. Get everything incorporated. Take a well in the center. Get all those scallions in there. Start folding everything on top of it. there you have it. Cut the heat on it. So now we have some beautiful steak stir-fried rice. All right, now we're all set to enjoy a nice stir-fried rice dinner. Tons of veggies into there, nice good protein. It's kind of everything all in one. And as you can see, everything all done one pan. So it's really nice to clean up afterwards and packed full of all the good things that you need. So I'm gonna go enjoy this and tune in next time.